correct a falsehood that had been going on for decades about January 1966 coup. The so-called Igbo coup. The maliciously called Igbo coup. The British people don't trust Igbos to defend.
My name is M.A.P. Etzokubundo.
Igbos can be tamed. Igbos will kick them out of Nigeria in few years. So they don't trust Igbos. They signed an agreement with the Fulani to defend their interests and empower them. They created all the necessary structures to make sure that Fulani remains in power. That's what the British did. It was Britain that clearly told Zeke, you are not going to be the first leader of Nigeria. They threatened him for prosecution. They said they would jail him if he attempts to take over Nigeria, its first president. Zeke was the one who fought Nigeria independence. It was Zeke. But what the British people didn't do was not to recruit people in the military, in public service, without merit. The British didn't do that. In as much that the British people planned to have Fulani rule and control Nigeria for their own interests, they never, ever did non-meritorious recruitment. It was because of meritorious recruitment, which requires you, before you enter the military, you must have school cert, Cambridge school cert, Cambridge GCE. You must have it, or higher school cert, for you to go through a commission process into the military, or to senior cadre in police and other law enforcement. And Igbos were dominant. If you make it on merit, you know the Igbos will take 90%. Anytime you introduce merit in anything, Igbos will dominate it. Because they are excellent people. Give it to them. That's the truth. So Igbos were over 60% of senior officers in military, over 60% in police, in public service over 60%. And that was the status, how it was. Because recruitment were based on merit. Now, they forced Zeke. First of all, the two conditions they gave Zeke for independence are: number one, the three regions must agree for independence. They not say they don't want independence. That was why we didn't have independence in 1957. It was Saduana that told the British people, we don't want to be independent. Three, that Zeke will never be the president of the new nation. And that Zeke must not accept anything called secession inside the Constitution, 1958 Constitution. Some of you will keep on saying Zeke was the one Nigerian man. Zeke was the person who did not want to exile. It's a lie. In 1946 Constitution, Zeke advocated for Igbo to be separated from Nigeria. Zeke supported Biafra. It was because of Zeke that 4 African nations, recognized Biafra. He called them and told them to recognize Biafra. Anybody telling you that Zeke does not want Nigeria to be divided is a liar. For that Zeke in 1958 Constitutional Conference said they should not put secession in Nigerian Constitution. Well, because the British mandated him to do that. It was the British that mandated him as a condition for independence. They told him, number one, you're not going to be the leader of the new nation. 2, you're not going to allow secession. If we must give you independence. That was why Zeke did that. It was not because Zeke wanted Nigeria to be one. It's not true. He has earlier asked for separation in 1946 Constitution. And he supported Biafra. You know that it was Zeke that made African nations to recognize Biafra. If he didn't want separation, why did he do that? Now, Zeke accepted. That was why he made it say, so long that Nigeria is independent, he doesn't care whether he's the first leader or not. Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Kenyatta, all these people are Zeke boys. They helped all these nations to become independent. They were looking up to him to also be the first leader of Nigeria. They were disappointed that Zeke was not the first leader. They were very disappointed. It was what Britain want. Britain does not want Igbo control. Do you know that in 1959 elections, Zik and CNC scored 2.4 million votes? 2.4 million votes. That was Zik and CNC. Naturally, Zik is supposed to be the head of state. He's supposed to be the prime minister of Nigeria. Ahmadu Bello MPC scored 1.9 million. Whereas Awolowo AG scored 1.4 million. I want to correct a falsehood that has been going on for decades about General in the 1966 coup. The so-called Igbo coup. The maliciously called Igbo coup is a liar. For that Zik in 1958 Constitutional Conference said they should not put secession in Nigerian Constitution. Well, because the British mandated him to do that. It was the British that mandated him as a condition for independence. They told him, number one, you're not going to be the leader of the new nation. Two, you're not going to allow secession. If we must give you independence. That was why Zik did that. It was not because Zik wanted Nigeria to be one. It's not true. He has earlier asked for separation in 1946 Constitution. And he supported Biafra. You know that it was Zik that made African nations to recognize Biafra. If he didn't want separation, why did he do that? Now, Zik accepted. That was why he made it say, so long that Nigeria is independent, he doesn't care whether he's the first leader or not. Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Kenyatta, all these people are Zik boys. They helped all these nations to become independent. They were looking up to him to also be the first leader of Nigeria. They were disappointed that Zik was not the first leader. They were very disappointed. It was what Britain want. Britain doesn't want Igbo control. Do you know that in 1959 elections, Zik and CNC scored 2.4 million votes? 2.4 million votes. That was Zik and CNC. Naturally, Zik is supposed to be the head of state. He's supposed to be the prime minister of Nigeria. Ahmadu Bello MPC scored 1.9 million. Whereas Awolowo AG scored 1.4 million. But it was Tafawa Balewa that became prime minister because Britain wanted it like that. Britain said that the Igbos are uncontrollable. The Igbos cannot, because they don't believe, they don't trust them to serve their interests. They know that the Igbo will kick them out, kick their ass out of Nigeria once they are allowed to control Nigeria. Now, let me tell you something that happened immediately after independence. Some of you don't know where. They don't tell these stories. They don't give this story background. They created a narrative that will put Igbos in danger and put them in quandary. And everybody were running with their narrative. That's why they don't study history in Nigeria. They don't in history, because they know why. You know why they don't put history? They don't study history in school. You know why they don't study history in school? The reason why they don't study history in school is because they prefer the public opinion media propaganda to run Nigerian history, where all of you are told that Igbo did this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this. That one is preferable, because any day they put history in Nigerian curriculum as an education, it becomes a legal document. The day they put history to be made history to be studied in secondary school, it becomes a legal document, studying Nigerian history. And if they go, this propaganda they are making you put a belief. Igbo did this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this. The day they make history part of Nigerian curriculum, and it becomes a legal document, and there will be legal battle. The truth of what actually happened will go to court. Because you cannot teach lie as a curriculum. That is why they remove history from secondary school. Because why? They cannot make it a legal document. Once you make this slide, they're telling you, Igbo coup, Igbo killed this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this, this is what Biafra. They can't tell the true story of the Biafra war. The day they make it a curriculum, do you know what's going to happen? People will go to court. So they have to remove it from educational system and now allow the lie in media server and the propaganda to shrink. That one is better for their politics against Igbo. Now let me tell you what happened. As soon as Tafawa Balewa took over as Prime Minister of Nigeria in 1990, even though they didn't win the election, then Zik scored 2.4 million votes. MPC scored 1.9 million votes. Yet Zik was not the prime minister. Tafawa Balewa ordered the principal of King's College. It has never happened in Nigerian history. King's College is an elite school for the best or the brightest of the kids. He ordered the principal of King's College that the man should reserve 10 positions for Northerners without writing entrance exam. That's where it started, though, so they can know what's happening. By the time he came down to the same time, he discovered that the Northerners are more in rank and file in military. They don't have any senior commission officers, very few of them. And those few of them are Christians, Northern Christians who went to mission school. They don't have. Do you know what this guy did? He packed people who don't have school cert, who have never written school cert. They packed them from the north. Pack them. They don't have any work. They have never written work. Buhari is among them. He took them to Canada. They rejected them in Defense Academy. They said they are not trainable. He took them to Britain. They rejected them in British Defense Academy. He took them to India. They rejected them. You know what he did? He called in their military relationship. They said, please train these people for 6 months for me. He trained them and brought them back to Nigeria and commissioned them second lieutenant. People that don't have WAEC. It has never happened in Nigerian history. Throughout the time of colonial period, you never had people who were commissioned without WAEC, who never went to Defense Academy. Buhari, you people call Messiah, Cherubim and Seraphim, Angel. He was among the people that were commissioned without school cert. This guy went and told them to train them in 6 months, and he brought them back to Nigeria and commissioned all of them second lieutenant. Whereas we have Nigerians who were admitted in India Defense Academy, Nigerians admitted in Canada Defense Academy, Nigeria admitted in British Defense Academy. They are still in their second year. Somebody who don't have school cert becomes second lieutenant. Why he is still in second year in Defense Academy? Tell me why there should be happiness in the military. He did it in 1961, he did it in 1962, he did it in 1963. If you check the people who did the January 1966 coup, check them. It's major down. Major down. These are the people that were affected by this non-merit commissioning in military. And you don't do that in military. If you check, he's from major down. These are the people who were affected. There was so much discontent in the military because of favored unmerited promotion, unmerited commissioning. That was what culminated to January 1966 coup. They don't tell you this part of the story. Do you know that there was a TV riot in Benue? There was a TV riot in Benue. And the garrison commander in Makode was one Igbo man, a major. Something Anuforo. TV were protesting Sharia. They said they don't want to live under Sharia. Ahmadu Bello ordered this major in Makode garrison that he should shoot protesters on the spot. Civilians that are not armed, he said they should shoot them. The Igbo major refused. He disobeyed the order. Ahmadu Bello ordered this Igbo major to be arrested. He put them inside prison. They not tell you that story. In addition to all the commissioning he was commissioning, him and Tafawa Balewa were commissioning people who no get school cert into the military. If it were you when you go school, you go Defense Academy, somebody when no get school cert come become your guy, how will you feel? They are the people that organized that coup that killed him. Where they are not telling us they killed Tafawa, they did not kill Nebo, they did not kill this one, they did not kill them. Tell me why that terrorist should not be killed. I am telling my Igbo brother, if they tell you say you kill them, is Igbo coup. Chest it, yes, you kill him. Tafawa Balewa deserve to be killed 10 times. Ahmadu Bello supposed to be killed because of the atrocity of what they committed. They said, they killed this one, they didn't kill this one, they killed them. Are you going to kill Michael Okpa that was growing Eastern economy at 9%? What offense did he do? You're going to kill somebody who is industrializing, that become the fastest growing economy in the world. A place that is racing ahead of Korea, racing ahead of Brazil. You will leave terrorists, people who are trying to Islamize Nigeria. Something you should be celebrating that Ahmadu Bello was killed. It's a cause of celebration that those boys were brave enough to say, we can't want this nonsense to continue. It should be celebrated that those boys were brave enough to kill Ahmadu Bello and kill Tafawa Balewa. For the foundation they are laying that is creating problem in Nigerian system. This is the story, the ring around. I mean to tell you, even though the coup was not an Igbo coup, we know it wasn't. IBB just said it, that it was not an Igbo coup. Check the people who are in corner. Check the people who are lower rank, from captain down. Check them. They are mostly non-Igbos. These are the people that were affected by the policy of no-merit commissioning. You'll be commissioning somebody we no get school start ahead of you in the military. Me, we go defense academy, spend 4 years. Before I come now, the person is already captain. Whereas I'm second lieutenant. Tell me how that will ring same way. That is why they plotted that coup to kill these two people, both Amadou Bello and Tafa Belewa. Now, it was the 10 Igbo senior officers that stopped the coup. If Igbo have them fair, if you notice that all the Igbos who are from lieutenant colonel and above did not participate, do you know why? They were not affected by this no-merit system. They were the people that were commissioned before independence. And there's no way they could allow Nzogu to succeed. Because if they allow Nzogu to succeed, a lot of them who are lieutenant colonels, brigadier, they will be retired. They will be repaired. So that was why they had no hand. They don't know what those boys were doing. They were grieving junior officers that were affected by policy. That was why they stopped them and arrested them. All of you run around, twisted the story. Britain helped them twist the story. That was an Igbo coup. They killed Northern leader. They did not kill Igbo leader. Without knowing the background of what is happening, that these people they killed are terrorists. Tafawa Balewa is a terrorist. He's a terrorist. Amadou Bello is a terrorist and deserve to be killed. Because they were reversing everything Oyibo were doing and making Nigeria horrible. So know that very well. See, they are not telling you the true story of Nigeria. I'm telling you guys. You guys should learn to know the true story of Nigeria. Everything they told you about Igbo is a lie. The earlier this country separates and we get to
Nigeria is zoo. All Nigerians, including myself, were down here vex. A country of 250 million people, a country that has a president, that has an army, that has the police. How can Nigeria be a zoo? Me no go fit call Nigeria a zoo because I'm a patriotic Nigerian. But there's one thing that you can definitely draw from Nigeria in comparison with animals. The animal kingdom is the richest kingdom in the world, richer than the US. Stay with me. All the resources that are needed for nation building, that are needed for advancement, economic empowerment, talk of crude, talk of gold, talk of anything, they are all domiciled in the forest. And the animals are the owners of the forest. But the animals, by nature, only see themselves in terms of tribe and ethnicity. The same way an average Nigerian sees himself in terms of tribe and ethnicity. Stay with me. The animals, instead of coming together to first of all repulse the encroachment by humans and to build their kingdom with the resources they have, the average animal is looking for how to feed on the other animal. Just like today, the average Nigerian is looking for an opportunity to take undue advantage of another Nigerian. The king of the jungle is the lion. The president of Nigeria is Tinubu. The lion, powerful animal by nature, should be a unifying factor, bringing all other animals together to build a prosperous animal kingdom. But unfortunately, the lion is a parochial animal. The lion is a self-centered animal. The lion only cares about lions like him. He does not care about any other group. Similarly, in Nigeria, the president of Nigeria is supposed to be a unifying factor for all Nigerians, regardless of race, of ethnicity, of religion. Today, we have leaders in Nigeria, don't mention anybody's name, who are only there pursuing ethnic and parochial sentiment only. Like the lion only kills animals to feed fellow lions. You see, a lions will kill animals and come and give to fellow lions to eat. Nigeria today, any government is in power is looking for how to empower people from their own region, from their own tribe, from their own ethnicity. There is no difference between the animal kingdom and the Nigeria of today. As a people, we have not evolved to pursuing a collective agenda, collective gain, collective progress, collective breakthrough, collective wealth for the nation. The black man is pursuing riches to either oppress or impress his fellow black man. That's why you see somebody like Malami will take, according to EFCC, over 250 billion, 1 billion in 250 places. His 10th generation cannot finish that money.
and watch this video to the end. And I want you to meditate on it after listening to the video. Onye njimakia wee bịa n'ụbọchị nke tata bụ our sister, our mother, in the person of Lolo Nneka Chimezie. Nke ka njimakia wee bịa n'ụbọchị nke tata. And achọrọ m ka ị na-enweta this video, please try to share it or tag her so that this video will reach her. Not just only her, but to every other vibrant women out there. But I want to use her as a point of contact to the rest of our women, because she is the first person, or she is the voice that
my mic is muted. All right, so I am here again. And I welcome all of you. I welcome everyone. I welcome back. Just a moment. Yeah, let's leave it this way. So I promise that I will come here if time permits, and finally we are here. And I can tell you, I have seen all of you on the comment section. You guys are awesome. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. And we have Olive also. I greet you. Frank Okoye. Frank, I see you. And not Frank Okoye. Did you change your name, my brother? This one is Frankie Yadiko. Frankie Yadiko. Frankie. Something like that. So you know yourself. You're welcome. I greet you. Oyekachi. Oyekachi, you're welcome. Greeting Maze and greeting General Biafrans. Good evening from my end. Well done for your updates and broadcast. I love what you are doing for Biafra to know the truth. My regards to our DPM. Thank you so much. Excellence Wachuku said, my brother, good evening. I greet you, Frank, again. And he said, like the video. Yeah, please do like the video. Very, very important that you do so. Excellence Wachuku again. I see you, Excellence Wachuku. And Frank again. Jerry Okonkwo, Mazin Dewo, Mazukai Dewo, Dewo to you. Uncle Jerry, I see you Friday. Friday, you're welcome. Greetings to you. That is God of Wonders, I think. Yeah, awesome. He said it's been a while. Of course, my dear. Thank God that you know that we have not been seeing you. I hope all is well with you. My regards to your family. Kevin, I see you. Kevin said, good evening, Mazukai report. Good evening to you, Kevin. You're welcome. Udoka, greetings to you. I greet you. Kai report. Good evening, bro. Thank you for all you are doing for we, the genuine Biafrans. I appreciate David. David is here. David Oyi. Davido Oyi said, good evening, brother. Good evening to you. Excellence Wachuku again. My dear Kai, thank you. I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your work, for work well done. Okay. And Mike, this is Ogen representative. I see you. You're welcome. Obonna Njoko John. Good evening, sir. God bless you, sir. God bless USB. Now, I appreciate it. I told her that I'm coming back again to talk about this pineapple haircut woman. Because without talking about her, people may not be able to understand her agenda, her mission, what she wants to achieve. So please, as you join us, hit the like button. Very, very important. And share it on many platforms of church. In fact, I supposed to have shared it, but I was receiving a call, and I'm gonna share it to our WhatsApp channel. You know, because Biafrans are very busy on the WhatsApp group, so I decided not to post much thing there in that WhatsApp group because it seems like they just enjoy sharing stuff there. So I will be focusing on sharing my stuff and my updates, anything about my channel, only on my WhatsApp channel. For some time now, I don't put much in, effort on the WhatsApp group, so because Biafran are dominating it. They don't want me to rest there, so I don't want to start dragging any much there. But from time to time, we control the post there, but I will focus more on my WhatsApp channel. Okay, in case you want to get update from me, anything, I will try my best to keep updates on that WhatsApp channel so that those of us that manage to follow us there will not feel bored and they will not regret doing so. Even as I'm speaking to you now, I'm dropping this link there. We have 121 people in that WhatsApp channel that followed us so far. The 121, and I expect you to follow the WhatsApp link again. Follow it; it won't cost so much. Now, this hour is not the time to talk much. I just want to go straight to, say my own opinion, to pour my mind on the recent post from this Pinaepple haircut woman. We all know who she is, and I'm happy that not only independent medias are reacting on that. Different people are now calling her attention because she's speaking out of ignorance. USB will move. Mike, have you repented? Mike, last time I checked, you are one of the. Am I mistaken with another identity? Last time I checked, Mike, you are Ogen followers. What is going on? Are you not back to USB, or am I mistaking you to another person? Please just confirm. No, don't. There's no need to. There's no. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Not me. Not me. Oh, okay. Say not to you. Okay, no problem. If not to you, but the email looked like the same person. And Doreen is here with us. I see you, Doreen. You are welcome. Greetings to you and your household. Please, not me. Yeah, okay. Pardon me. Forgive me for that. Forgive me on that because I thought you are the one. Now, this woman, we all know who she is. Lolo, Nneka, Chimezie or Chimezie, I don't know what. She made a new video. Somebody called my attention on that. Somebody said that yes, I think Madam Origin, said something about it, if I'm not mistaken. And later, last night, I managed to, get hold of that video. And I said, okay, we are going to talk about it.
Dalupan.
Yeah.
My name is
Paul Achebe. Paul Achebe is here writing on it as well. I have not watched it. I will not lie to you. I have not watched it. So we're gonna watch. Let me know what Paul Achebe said here. Okay. Because he made this post and titled it the message to that woman. So let's hear what Paul Achebe have to say.
Dalupan. My name is MAP. It's Yokubundo 1. Relax yourself and watch this video to the end. And I want you to meditate on it after listening to the video. Oyenji makia webia no bochin ketata. Bu our sister, our mother, in the person of Lolo, Nneka, Chimezie. Ngeka jimakia webia no bochin ketata. And that's kine mwete this video. Please try to share it or tag her so that this video will reach her. Not just only her, but to every other vibrant women out there. But I want to use her as a point of contact to the rest of our women because she is the first person, or she is the voice that is out for now. I know there is many other women there, but I put her first as a point of contact to the rest. Now, Lolo, Nneka, Chimezie, you are a very intelligent mother, and I appreciate your
Exactly.
I have seen it in your many videos, the way you made the world to understand that the unaliving that is going on in Igbo land was not carried out by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Rather, it was carried out by the Nigerian army, sponsored by the Nigerian government. We saw all those your handwork, and we really appreciate it. Manomolo Fifen Choke Water, as a mother, in 2021, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and illegally renditioned back to Nigeria. Since that 2021, IPOB have been into bass from one accusation to the other. We have divided ourselves. We are no longer one people. A lot of people have break out from IPOB, and each group are accusing each one another. Until date, we are not able to come together as a group of people the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left us. Now, Lolo Nneka Chimezie, it's not a good thing that the IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered and is still suffering is scattered today because of his absence. After your visit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you make
okay, that you are not in the WhatsApp group or you are not in my WhatsApp channel. There are two different platforms. I have a WhatsApp channel and I have a WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group is where everybody, people are there talking. You know, you can just ask questions or talk anything you want to say there. But I don't like it when people begin to share, you know, YouTube video. You just copy a link and post. I don't like it. So from time to time, if I see it, I will delete. If I notice that that's your habit, I will kick you out from the platform. But in my WhatsApp channel, you're not even allowed to. You can only you know, like something like that. You just follow the way they build it, not me, not my security. That's where WhatsApp channel works. That's why I like it. I don't. If I post something, nobody's gonna put other thing to cover it. I don't like it. So I don't know which of them you want to follow us. You want to be on two of them. Let me know. Then I'll share the link to you. If you're in a WhatsApp group, let me know. Now I will not drop the WhatsApp link, WhatsApp channel there. I already have it here on this platform. Okay. Or you want me to send it now? I can come and I will send it to you. Don't let me know what you want. God bless. Let's continue.
Your first publications about it. I am AP. I really appreciate you, but I expected you to do something as a mother. What I expected you to do after visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to look for a way to make peace within the freedom fighting movement, to bring every group who are scattered in many places. You could have checked a way to bring them together, make peace, call Nnanyi Ezenri, so that we will check a way to bring this movement, so that all this government in exile, the DOS, the IPOB, the Biafran Nation League, and the Biafran National everything, how can we bring peace and how can we stop attacking each other? It have been mega expert. I never expected you to start siding one side and start attacking another group, because with the way you are going, you have already taken side, and the taking side is also means division. In order, you are dividing us the more. We don't need this kind of division at this particular point of time.
You know, honestly, I don't want to interrupt this video. I don't want to add my voice. I want you to play it from a beginning. Therefore, I'm going to drag it back so that we can now hear him very clearly. But Ogwejofo, you said, I'm no longer in that WhatsApp group. You meaning that you were there and you decided to leave. So how is it my fault, my brother? Petra is here. He said, hi, Mazakai. How are you doing? I'm doing great. And you? Let's continue. Let's continue.
Let me remind you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been illegally sentenced to life imprisonment, or 2 years, or 6 years, or 10 years. Life, in as far as not Dendo, he will be in the DSS in a prison. That is what it means. And as a mother, he mega expert is how to make peace. Making peace, I mean that now the government in exile, we abolish the government in exile and join IPOB. No. And it doesn't mean that the IPOB, we abolish IPOB and join government in exile. I will give you a perfect example. In the so-called South,
all right,
or let me use the word Niger Delta, there is a Sari group with a lot of boys operating in that Niger Delta. And there is Tompolo group. They are in the same Niger Delta operating. They are not one people, but they are not fighting each other or pointing finger at each other. There is a Teketom and the Asabuja. These are different groups, but they understand the game and they know themselves. They know their boundaries. One other Lolo Nneka Chimezie, as a non-IPOB member and an intelligent woman who is neutral, and you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you are tired of Nigeria.
No.
The Biafra government in exile, whether I'm gonna get likely or not, these people has a followers and a very large number of people following them. IPOB has a very large number of people following them. Every member of Biafra government in SI is a member of IPOB, in case you don't know. Let me tell you. And the other people like Avid and the Rising Sun, these are people that all of them recognize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as their supreme leader.
Okay.
And everyone is fighting for one goal, which is Biafra restoration. And then Lolo, Nneka, Chimezie, you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you recognize him as the supreme leader of the Southeast zone. Now, why can't you make peace so that everyone will know their boundary? If the Biafra government in SI is striking this side, IPOB is striking this side, the other people are doing this side, but nobody will accuse each other. Let everybody know their boundary, so that we will speak with one voice, and the government will acknowledge that yes, these people, they are formidable now. Why these people are writing their own letter, this one are writing their own letter, the world will not ask IPOB, do you know government in SI? They will say no, it's a criminal. No, they will say yes, they are freedom fighters and they are on their own. We are fighting for one thing. Lolo, Nneka, Chimezie, in case you don't know, Kangwazi again now. If the freedom fighters arise up to demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the restoration of Biafra, the Igbo politicians or the Biafran politicians can never do so. And the other people who are not in this freedom fighting movement cannot rise up on their own. Because the truth remains that for anything to happen for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, the indigenous people of Biafra freedom fighters must start it first before any person can follow. And for the politicians to rise up to do something, it is the activities of the freedom fighters will force them to rise up, because they are not interested because of what they are benefiting from the government, but because of the heat that the movement will put on them when we are united without accusing one another. They will be forced to speak where they're supposed to go and speak, because definitely they are the one to speak, but they will not do it with a clear eye. We are the people that will force them, and we cannot do so with the kind of level of division among us. No matter how much we spend in lobbying international communities to speak on our favor, we must do something to show them, to demonstrate to them that yes, we are ready to go. And if we cannot unite ourselves to show the world that we can rule ourselves, how are we going to tell the world that we are ready to be on our own? Nwada Lolo, Nneka, Chimezie, enmayogia do kwụsị ịkastigeti ndị Biafra government in exile, ndị otu Simon, ma ndị ọzọ, ma ndị DOS, ma ndị otu Kanu Takanu, any person kwụsị ya, chọọ a way to unite us ka anyị bịa together, maka na ofu ala ha ji ka anyị na-achọ ụlọ efi, ofu nwere onwe ka anyị niile na-achọ. As a mother, ndị intelligent, ana m ezitelugozi ya tata, make a way to start preaching for peace. Below that, a point of contact, we bring this movement together, because since the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and this movement have never remained the same. Everything na yasasi, and that's this thing, we will appreciate it, because actually enough and they don't take side. I'm nosy and no agelu to ginti, because I can book one neg MAP Ezioku Bundo 1. Dalurienne, Ndewo, almost here Biafra.
Wow. I appreciate Paul Achebe. You have done well, but I have issue. I have a very big issue with this your video. Not something from what you said, but your attitude. Okay, why attitude? I hate that. Why is my half of my face is showing? Not. Why is my half of my? I have issue with it. I hate to. I don't love what I hate. I hate to be seen as somebody who love what I hate. Like I don't know how how to put it for you to understand. Something that I don't like, I hate to associate myself with that thing. First and first, who is Lolo? Chimezie, this is your Nneka. I prefer to call her pineapple haircut woman. Who is she and what is her agenda? Paul Achebe, what you want is totally different from what she wants. She actually knows what she wants, and she's going after what she wants. It's you that is mistaking her. You are the one mistaking her. She's not IPOB. She believes in one Nigeria. Listen and listen very carefully. She don't believe in Biafra. Forget about, oh, people telling you I believe. She don't believe. I don't care what you said. My focus is what you did. Your action is what I want. Are you saying that you are Biafran because you want people to accept you? After saying that, you will be acting against Biafran that you claim you want. How does it make any sense to you? She don't want it. She believes in Nigerian government. She believes in Nigerian system. She believes that governors should be the people doing things normally. All right? That is her belief. She believes that somehow, they will fix Nigeria. Forget about all these things that she's saying. Forget about this one. The same thing with what Lasuba is saying. This is how they roll. You don't just buy into that. That's number one. Number two, the idea of coming together as one people to unite. I'm not against it. It sounds very, very good. But in this world, that's what, like, if you're a Catholic, you will know what we call Obelenjo and Nukunjo. We some Pentecostals don't believe that. What does that mean? When you say somebody, when you call somebody, let's say, if you call somebody an idiot, you call somebody an idiot, you provoke the person, you abuse the person, that's an insulting word, then the person may be angry to you. To the person, you hurt his or her feelings by calling the person an idiot. Let me use you so you understand what I'm talking about. If I call you an idiot, and let's say I call you an idiot and another person slap you, which of them is more offensive to you? Is it calling you an idiot or beating you up? Okay, let me bring another scenario. If I siphon your money, I steal your money, I looted everything about you, and then another person call you an idiot, which of them is more heavy on you? Like, which of them is more painful to you? If they ask you to weigh these two sins, these two crimes, which of them do you think is forgivable and this one is not forgivable? That's why in Catholic Church we have Nukunjo and Obelenjo. There are some things that you will commit is not forgivable. Pentecostals believe that a sin is sin. I'm not here about it. I just want you to understand where I'm going to. IPOB, whether US or they went to Finland, filed documents against Biafran Prime Minister. They lied to the entire Biafrans that this guy is on a payroll from federal government. They specified it that Tinubu is one sponsoring PM. Let's know this is what they did. Now, if you want to unify, how do we start healing this kind of thing? That's Biafran Prime Minister passed through what he passed through because of the US. 90% of the so-called charges against Biafran Prime Minister is lies packaged and sealed by people that are claiming they are fighting for freedom. Where will you start this unity we are talking about? How? The woman jumped in, began to sound like Jewess. She forgot that most of the things that she's saying, we used to hear that even before she joined. Is it calling Biafran saying that, oh, you guys are not the IPOB member? We are tired of hearing that. Is it saying that Simon Ekpa is the one causing insecurity and killing people in our land. That is not a new story anymore. Is he saying that you guys are doing fundraising to commit crime in our land? All these things have been said before. She just jumped in without checking background of what she's trying to defend. She don't even know that everything that's coming out from her mouth is nothing new to anybody. People already know that this is what anybody that listens to US propaganda 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, from that moment, from 2021, in fact, from 2022 till now, if you follow what US, their argument and their accusation and the allegation, everything they have said is still the same thing that this one is repeating it over again. And that sounds so irritating. That makes this whole thing easy to analyze her, because everything coming out from her is what people already know. So the idea of forming unity, calling her to start unifying and all this is not going to be possible. Why? The best unity that I think everybody should do now, the best way to unify, you that is in IPOB now, I don't know the fashion you are, I don't know if you're with Canada or you are with Chimezie or with another, I don't know how many groups you guys have split yourself into now, but no matter the group where you find yourself, everything about them are not genuine. Whether you are Canada, whether you're with a Chimezie, whether you're with another one, I don't know how to call those ones, three of you are not genuine. Sometimes we find it difficult to differentiate all of you, because unanimously you guys attacked PM. All this group attacked PM. How can you tell me that you want freedom? And so, because what you are saying, and had it been that you said this thing before and you acted towards it by the campaign from them, because the best way to unify now is to abandon these groups. If you are sincere, leave them alone, decamp from them, and join USB government. I will tell you the reason. You guys, the platform that you are now, have committed something that is abominable. Like, it will take time for you to clean yourself from what you have committed. So that time is going to cause more delay, and nobody have time to delay anymore. I can bet you, anybody that is sincere, whether, like, I don't belong to any group, I'm a Biafran, I believe in USB government, but I'm not in the government of USB. But I can tell you that anybody like me that have seen those things, how the whole thing played out, we never ever trust you, whether you're IPOB, US, or you're with the Mazagano's family, or you're with any group. Nobody, they're not going to believe you. Simply because of the thing of the past, what you guys have done in the past. The level of lies that you guys have generated for Biafrans is unbearable. Only lies that you told Biafrans is unbearable. Then if you now manage to bring your actions to add it to those lies that is in the public now, that it will skyrocket to another level that you can't even see any way to start working with you guys. So if you're talking about unity, how can you do? Okay, PM was doing his thing. He has never submitted any document against you guys. You guys have sued him to court using Ifa Ejofo. Remember, when you're doing all those things, you're actually doing it against Biafrans. Just like when Masakano was here, everybody ran around Masakano. There was some group also that was against Masakano, but they're not all that vocal because of the number of people that follow Masakano. Outnumber those ones. Now, if we just imagine now, when Masakano was here, another group sued Masakano, and Masakano went in for that kind of act because you guys managed to package, and you package all the lies. You couldn't succeed, then you now use Nigerian government. Only for you guys to go back and work with the Nigerian government to jail Simon Ekpa, Biafran Prime Minister, is a crime of century. Like, there's no way that kind of sin will be forgiven. Do you understand? It will be. I don't know the possibility of Biafrans that know how you decided to connive with the people that you say that you are looking for freedom, you now decide to team up with them to work against somebody who appear to be doing or fighting for freedom that you claim they are fighting for. Make it to make sense. How can you work with that? Where will you start healing? Where will you start unifying? So I'm surprised that at this time, you, Paul Achebe of all people, are still believing that somehow something you can do something. I don't know why you believe that. Honestly, I don't know why. But that may be your own opinion. That may be maybe the way you see things, the way you perceive things, may be totally different from the way I see it. You know what I mean? So this is your choice. But I doubt that other Biafrans will see that, will see you, will feel relaxed, you know, hearing that kind of thing from you. And that brings us to the video of Lolo, the white Pinaepple herself. Let's go straight to her own video. Let's go straight to her own video because we have to touch light some of the things that she said. I would like to start with this one.
Son no de nzukọ ụmụnna nọ ya nọ de rising son nọ de nzukọ ụmụnna nọ ya Igbo speaking nọ ya Igbo Women Assembly nọ ya onye ọbụla nọ ya na-arụ nke ya onye atụghị aka wa onye gbugara ya egbuge onye echichi n'ihe a na-eme pụọ enweghị ihe dịka division need the here na round table ọta m na ugbu a na ọmbịa m sa ipop ngwa ka ịbịa na round table tinye m na group unu no Igbo hụrụ m by themselves due to him now.
She's here telling you that she don't need to be a member of IPB. She don't care about it. Her own principle, Igbo, anybody shouting Igbo is actually telling you Nigerian government, Nigerian politician, Igbo politician. That's what it is. To them, Igbo is about Nigerian government. I wish I'm not against it. This is her choice. So you understand? I'm not against her for that. It's her choice. But moving from this your choice to question or to interrogate other people is a crime, because you are not for freedom. You don't need to talk about freedom. If you are supporting politicians, do it with your full chest. There's nothing wrong with it. It's your choice. That's why people talk about referendum. If you all agree on one thing, then there's no need to talk about referendum. The reason why people talk about referendum is because we already know that some people may have different opinion from what you have, and for clarity, you have to conduct referendum. But we all know that those who want freedom outnumber those of them. That's why those who don't want freedom are afraid of referendum, because they know that it's dead on arrival. Because at the end of the day, Biafran will actually win. Now let's hear her again. Just listen.
Onye ọbụla hiwe ndị Buddhist struggle n'ishi ma n'ụzọ setụla structure dị very strong IPOP. So onye ọbụla hiwe ya aja. Ọ bụrụ na Simon.
Now this woman said that Nandi hiwe structure. To her, what is structure is a structure that can flip-flop. That you are looking for freedom and you are looking at back. You are looking at your back to seek opinion from those who are serving in Nigerian politics. That is structure that she's talking about. If anyone that don't appreciate those serving politicians, serving Igbo politicians, you don't go back to seek the opinion and advice. Your structure is against Igbo. Do you understand what? That's the angle where she's coming from. Listen.
Nneka nwekwe ndị otu nke ya na-ehi ajọ otu anyị si ehi na-ekwu nke ha enwe onye ga-atụ ha aka mana nke ị nọ n'obodo oyibo sị na alụ agha na ala Igbo anyị nwebụ ndị nọ n'ala Igbo amada agha na-alụ.
So nọ n'obodo oyibo sị na anụ agha n'ala Igbo, and anyị nọ n'ala Igbo amada agha na-alụ, meaning that we are not even seeing the war. Then why are you complaining then? Then what's the problem? Somebody in abroad said that there's war going on in Igbo land, and you that is in Igbo land are not seeing any war. So are you complaining that you want to see war? I don't understand. Do you agree there's war going on? Yes or no? The reason why I say that she's for politician is this. She don't talk about the past event before. She want to talk about the reaction, not the reason why people react. She want to study her own story from people's reaction. She want to ignore everything that bring that reaction. She don't want to talk about it. In her statement, she always want to talk about reaction. People have to react. But what caused that reaction? She have issue with Mazen American. She have a very serious issue. But she have to pretend anyway. Because without Mazen American, her statement will not be valid. All of them from Uche, all of them don't like Mazen American talking about Biafra. What again now? Listen.
Ndami no n'ụzọ. Eziokwu ha na ihe ga-emewe iwere okwu na-ekwu na ihe ndị a ọmụnwa ji olu m ọnụ aka m ji dismantle ndị amị ọnụ ma anyị nwere mgbe m sụta ọbụ m.
Now they ask her, how did you dismantle in the army? What is that in the army that used to do? They're not doing that even now. Roadblock is still there. Escorting money is still there. Illegal arrest is still there. Adopting people is still there. What is that you dismantled? But this is just to tell you that she have to sometimes act like people that she's working for. Do you understand? Lie is what they're known for.
And what I'm so where eziokwu is like two-edged sword. It's the biggest weapon. Eziokwu and the
that is one thing that another version of her thought. Exactly what I wanted to say. That's exactly why I compare her with why is such. People that are lying before you, lying, and they will be the first to tell you that Nneka is if that is how to say Ezoku, that means nobody is saying anything. Because if you are lying to yourself. You don't know anything about truthfulness. Nothing whatsoever.
And Lagos gangsters. Their weapon, the strongest weapon of all, tongue. Dismount.
How many of you remember which goes bad condition? That volume, what that volume that Wagbara appeared there. I'm even
the whole army. Oh, yeah, can media deal with the strongest. Media can destroy, media can build. Okay? Simon Ekpa when you go, Nekute, Nnamdi Kanu Siangwa, continue, and when you see a garage army. Yeah, autopilot.
This Okoko woman, if you listen to what PM was saying, that might give that made Masakano to say, go and listen to her. Go and listen to him rather. You yourself would have condemned that broadcast. Nike, because that is his position, powerful exposition, raw one, which is against people that employ you. So think about it.
Autopilot, no problem. Man, here is the army. Nas Nigeria, I give them more responsibility. Or part of it. But man to be an honorable. They have destroyed, how demonize the DOS, demonize the IPOP.
It's just like the reason what I was saying. DOS that hired this woman, no matter the version that hired her, should be ashamed of themselves. The reason why PM started talking about army and started being strong against the illegal adoption and buying of people is the weaknesses of DOS that you are praising. If this DOS that you guys want is a DOS that we start up, we tell you to go out and protest, and you will get killed, some will be adopted, and nothing will happen. And nothing will happen like nothing will happen. If that is DOS we are talking about, that means DOS is the problem. If IPOB that you guys want is IPOB that will tell Biafrans to go out and protest, you protesting, you are shy. Don't even go out, you gather together, holding Biafra flag, and they'll kill you. And DOS will keep quiet. And people like you that say you don't like the Kwezo, no like the Kwezo. Last time I checked, you were born before 2014. You were born before 2015. You were born before 2012. So where were you all this while that pioneering the so-called youths that followed Biafran, followed the IPOB? People that march out, supporting in solidarity with that thing that IPOB claim they are. They got killed in every corner of Igbo land. Today, bring that killing to Massimo Gano's household. And when DOS refused to do anything to prevent it, now PM started doing something. DOS who have never condemned army vocally or legally to challenge them whatsoever couldn't say anything. Then PM decided to say something to act on that. These DOS who claim they are so weak and coward now remember, oh, we now have strength to fight PM for fighting army. That means this DOS we are talking about are there a group that is free for that is formed to pretend that they actually care for people, but in other words, they are bringing youth for army to buy them, easily. It's their job to prepare people that army will execute. Because I'm trying to understand your line of argument. If DOS can mobilize people, and people now went out to protest, to represent, carrying the Biafran flag, and they get killed. Some of them are, army and DSS went to houses and adopt people. Disappeared them for nothing. Amnesty International carried this news. It's not as if somebody is saying it out of no validation, no evidence. Amnesty International are aware of all this, the names, pictures of people. One of the people adopted after the arrest of Master Kanu, the woman just died, food vendor. This woman is a fellow woman, though. Listen very carefully. A fellow woman, and you are here with this pineapple haircut, lying before everybody that Simon Ekpa is the one. Oh, Simon Ekpa, now the question is, what in your own opinion, what do you think DOS should have done? Because they buy Biafrans to the extent that even some Yoruba journalists started ranting that telling us, if you want to Biafra, you have to face Nigerian army, bragging about it. If I know if I know that the time will come that I will be talking, I would have saved some of those videos then. But then I will be playing it also for you to know from national media, Nigerian media. Somebody will see that a journalist will sit down challenging Biafrans. You say that you want Biafra. Why don't you face army? You think the current flag will give you everything. And they keep on buying you. Packing Igbo youth like sardine. P2B, video of the one that happened in Izurima, happened. Where is your voice? Why is it pineapple haircut? Where is this your voice? You see all those things. Okay, maybe you say, oh, then you don't buy this one. Master that you claim that you cherish so much, 28 men died in his. Not 20. No, I did not say a 28 years man. Nobody said 28 years old person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 28 men, able men. None of them are on a wheelchair. They are all able men, fit, died at the spot in one compound. For no offense, no trial, and you are contented. With US are contented. There is no problem. PM who joined a few months after going through all those things, he was calling for a pig stock, asking Biafran Army to leave. No. You can't continue this way. The same DOS who couldn't do anything, who they are afraid of saying anything, they fold their hand watching. Now PM started engaging them without even asking DOS, okay, fund me, support me, nothing whatsoever. Now it's between Biafran government, autopilot, Biafran government in exile with the state. DOS, instead of them to maintain that their quietness and their silent, they started adding voice more loud than even the state. How can you now explain this? That all this buying, none of them, nobody buying under PM. Like PM have never asked people go out on the streets and protest. I have not seen that. Mention one protest that in man's American absence. Listen, mentioned one protest in Mas Namukano's absence in 2015 when he was arrested. Biafran protested, and under Uchemefo, they fired them. Then after that 2015, when he was released, they were throwing their gas and all this noise and all that. They tried to put fear in Mas Namukano was the target. When they couldn't get hold of Mas Namukano, they were looking for a reason. They started mounting roadblock, on the road that leads to Mas Namukano's house, his family house. They started putting checkpoints very close to his house. We saw the video then trending on how look at him. We saw him more time patrolling in his village around that vicinity. Then a few weeks later, they invaded the home on an attempt to buy Mas Namukano. This thing happened not in the 90s. That made Mas to flee from Nigeria and run away. Then they started buying people, adopting people, going from house to house. You want to tell me that you were not born 2020, you are still a baby, you are still in your mother's womb. You don't know all those things then. For you to start now talking about the reaction from PM after seeing all those things, that he is the problem, baffles me. All this thing is an attempt to stop killing people. You are army for crying out loud. Why don't you just behave like one? If somebody commits an offense, is the army that's supposed to go to the house and arrest people? Is that the job of army or police? Nigerian state don't know anything called such, warrant arrest or such warrant. They can get anywhere and do anything that pleases them and get away with it, no problem. And it can only happen in the East. At your age, according to you. Now the question is this how to organize, how to lead our people? Is it how to lead our people? Because DOS, after they started in 2014, all they can do is to go and protest. And none of them will lead the protest. You who don't have data to see picture of what the previous protest cost will still come out and protest. They will get killed. Some will escape. After some months, come back again. I'm not against that resilience. I'm not against that energy. It's okay. But you that is leading, is it all about that? Under DOS, a man called Ikonso was buying. Lolo Chimezie, and it's okay. Listen, not under Master Samuel, not Samuel. Because the narrative now is that, Master Samuel can despise anything that beer catapults or know how to put gravel. Master Samuel don't appreciate anybody, anything security, outfit, nothing whatsoever. And the ESN is all meant to be in the bush. Now, Ikoso was in the bush, right? According to your narrative, what happened to Ikoso? Who bought Ikoso? He's not even enough. You see the reason why most of you thinking that you are getting back at someone else, because this attack is purely on him. They just want to execute the same way. The same people that want to execute their job and their effort is to get Mazin away, get someone away. And my question to you is, what do you intend to achieve by doing so? I find the people na sabe que Igbo slogan here. I have forgotten how each of her video, she will just put Igbo somewhere. She will just put say Igbo. Mention Igbo will attract your attention. If you cannot connect what I'm just saying now, some of you may even bite the idea. But it's true. Nneka is trying. She's a good woman. What she's saying is true. My question is what about people that they buy and put in the river? Go and check Amnesty International platform and go and see names. People disappear. Nobody knows their grave. Igbos. Some are 3 a.m. in their house sleeping. Open the door. Who is there? Namina, we open the door. Bang, 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 bang. They adopt the woman. Some they adopt a man and a woman, leave the children fatherless and motherless, of course. That will be the end. Imagine somebody selling food. A food vendor, a woman, died in custody. Why? That she's selling food to people that are outside Biafra. I mean, how can you justify this kind of thing? It will not be. It's not gonna pain me if it's not others are the one doing it. But when you see someone who claims they're Igbo doing that, no. You need to take it serious. Something is fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. How can you tell me that you're an Igbo woman? You saw those things. I'm against killing of anybody. I keep on telling you. But to ignore the innocent people in their houses, youth going to their businesses, they just adopt. You look like a ESM member. The way you look so muscular that you can carry iron. I think you need to follow us to the station. That's all. Oh, why did you see us run? When we are coming, you were kind of panicking. It doesn't mean that it seems like we are doing something wrong. Therefore, follow us to the station. That's the end. Your face looked like somebody that was so placed in the IPOB. Are you a member of IPOB? The question is why? The same people pushed people like her, Nidon and Lolo. They made sure that IPOB is being profiled as terrorist organization in Nigeria, within Nigeria. The only terrorist organization that can open office and rent apartment and register anything outside the country. In the whole worldwide, first time in history, a terrorist can move and America recognize them in terms of you can rent something, you can register them a terrorist. But in Nigeria, they are terrorists facing death penalties and execution because they profile you. And who made it possible? Your people. Those that this woman is actually working for. How can you justify those things? Now listen.
Onye ọbụla mgbe ha Nnamdi Kanu tinye ya onye ọbụla na-asọpọt ya mgbe bidozi kwuwete ihe na-agbaka moto onye ọbụla lawa azụ na ya ka ndị managers na federal government use ya to create another organization to pull down IPOB. O ihe eji akpọkwana ha nna m enwe onye kpọrọ Rising Sun aha enwe onye kpọrọ Avid enwe onye kpọrọ Iwa aha enwere Igbo World Congress.
I'm strong. I was the last time I checked. Last time I know the US who was on the ground have their command. Oh my goodness. Let's continue. But already I see you, all of you on the comments. Please pardon me. Okay, I'm trying to manage the program because we are managing the time. I don't want to stretch it to time they will start.
Igbo World Assembly. Why Roger wrote to pilot? Because all n'ala Igbo binary n'ọlụga ọ ga-ekwusi ya n'ebe enwe ebe ọ nọ ya na-eme nke enwe ka ọ na-eme o kwuzie ya ndị amị na ndị asịgaga carry out ihe ahụ ọ na-eme onye ka eji akpọ. So nobody should come and confuse us.
Now this is another narrative that what PM broadcast is what is attracting army to our region. You are saying that out of ignorance because if you know, you understand that since 2015, 2014, 15, 16, 17, army have been there. And PM joined in 2020. I think you have mental issue, this woman. I just told you, you can ask those viewers that hired you, ask them, what happened in MNN in Enugu State? A place called MNN, what happened there? In Ihuacha and Port Harcourt, what happened? They will tell you the year. Then ask them, when did the PM Samuel join? I think something is wrong with this one. When Nigerian army invaded Mazan Namorgan home, PM have not started joining, have not been there. How many of you remember the region of Germany? Ogi Ike the region of Germany. PM is nowhere to be found. Do you understand? And the army was dealing with them. Even the formation of ESN, Mazan did it out of anger of the injustice meted on our people from every corner. And why Mazan wanted to even do it before that, but these people were the ones suppressing it. One of the anchor of Uche before is that why did man kind of plan this kind of thing without even informing him? Because he don't want to get discouraged. They are buying you with a catapult. Your own attention is to make sure that you don't bring anything that has to do with the catapult in your group. Good. Then when somebody who is not even your group, listen very well. You say that PM is not a member of your IPOB. Okay. Then what is your offense? What is your concern? Because you are the one that makes sure that you report everything, bring picture, bring this, oh, he's this one, oh, he's this. Your focus is to challenge him. That the person that actually fighting those that have been fighting you for years. Nah.
Say, you're divided. No. Yeah, okay, people are going to the Yahoo. No, free to call legend to him. So you have potential conde or they can win that.
Good. This person says Simon Ekpa remains a criminal. All right, I love this kind of comment. Simon Ekpa remains a criminal. Okay, I love your courage to type this. Now, but I want you to be man enough or woman enough to explain to us. I'm not insulting you. I want you to be truthful to yourself. I want you to be real to yourself. Simon Ekpa is a criminal. You said, not me. Can you explain to us genuinely what makes him a criminal? And I want to, you see, this is the reason why you guys quickly said, you hardly said that he's the one, he's the agent of Nigeria, agent of politicians. But whereas you guys are the main agent of politicians, ask me how, or ask me why. I just mentioned to you, in 2015, they killed you without you doing anything, no question, nothing whatsoever. Not one, not two. They not even shot Mazin gun. They never shot him. On his way to, I think, Ebonyi State. They never shot him. My question to you is, what is your take on that? Was PM the one? Imagine you open your mouth and call him a criminal. Or the person that was buying you guys in 2014, 2015, buying you in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20 that he joined. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. In these 7 good years, they massacre you. Your own is to keep on broadcasting on Radio Biafra and recounting on the number of the events when they buy you. That's your job. You have never once opened your mouth and called those ones criminal. Never. Not even Nigerian Army. And I'm talking about even the nebula in your midst that are facilitating the killing. Ikoso was spied under your group. Ikoso don't know who is Simon Ekpa. Like, one-on-one, I know who you are, you know me. I don't think so. You don't know him. He was spied. And forget about Jedi Yahoo. Let's start from listen to whatever you call yourself. I'm talking about 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, 18. Tell me what happened to DOS. You can't say anything. Can you? I dare you to say something. Give a record. What happened? Are you aware of what happened in Headbridge, Onitsha? Are you aware people that have been massacred in Headbridge, Onitsha? You don't care about it. You don't at all. Let's say that I don't want to talk about the one of Izu River because that will happen on that mashup, on the IPOB, DOS, and all of you. In Emene, what happened? In Port Harcourt, what happened? In primary school, what happened? You know those things, right? You keep the record. You guys are very good in compiling files. My question to you is, tell me, was it PM that pulled the trigger? Was it PM that commanded people to go and protest? Then who is the criminal then? Who is the criminal? Will you guys think that you are you are in the midst of Alamaji, isn't it? He said the insecurity in Southeast was caused by Simon Ekpa. You are an idiot. You are a very useless human being. You are just a wasted human, a wasted sperm. Honestly, you are a very useless human being. It doesn't matter your age. You are a very senseless individual. So what I'm telling you now, you can't even comprehend. Just look at you. Nah. Just hear yourself. He's the one causing insecurity. So you have that insecurity. Who invaded Mazan Namorkano's house? You have okay. Mazan house is not in southeast. It's not in southeast. Mazan Namorkano's house is not in southeast. Is it in the southeast? Who invaded his home? What happened? What led to that? Mention one event where 28 people was spied just like that. 28 people. All men, or 28. Mention one event like that. Apart from the Nigerian Biafran war. Mention one event that 28 people was shot at a spot. And you ignore that event, no problem. But the only time you realize that there's insecurity in our land is when PM started questioning the people that are buying you. I don't support violence, but I have issue with you ignoring the original, all some violence to blame another one. That's why I have issue with you. I don't support killing of anybody. I'm not saying that, it served them well, let's go buy them. No. My question to you is, can you comment on this one too? Let us relate. You are not part of it, I'm not part of it. Maybe you are part of it, I don't know. I'm not part of any of the events. But I'm just telling you, can you tell me if you can, because you guys want to write this history from 2022, 2023. My question to you is, before 2022, we had 2015, we had 2016, 17, 18, 19, before 20. I want you to go back to those years, of course. Let us talk about what happened. What happened to you protesting, the adoption, the buying of people. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You see, now you won't say anything. That makes you yourself a criminal. You see, this is where you are more, you are the enemy of our time. Listen.
Na ọkwa ha na-eme ihe ahụ na anyị esoghị ndị autopilot o ngwa ha pụta disassociate onwe ha from these boys n'ime ọhịa bụ egbe ha na-alụrụ ha agha anyị kwetezie n'ihe ọ na-eme ka anyị gbakwa nkịtị ala Igbo anụ nwaanyị nụgidere ọgụ ya jụọ oyi ka anyị gbakwa nkịtị ka anyị were kpọọ
ka wọdị gị ụma mbi ịnụgidere ọgụ gịnị mee ịnụ ọgụ ala Igbo iji oyi niile bụ na amadoro blọk na-ekidnap young boys a harvest organ. That is an Igbo joy to their own interpretation of an Igbo joy na na buje na Igbo from every two pole and escort man. That is an Igbo joy in their own, because none of their children, none of their relatives are victims, not at all. Not at all. On a fly on air now. She's traveling. That's why she just realized that the Sukai road connect to north. She's just realizing that too. But if you had listened to Nigerian Biafran war, you would have understand that in a Soka, that is where Nigeria started penetrating from that axis, because that's the road that leads to north. That is the road that leads to north. She don't know anything about what happened in 1967. She don't care to know how many people died. She just knows that they have Adibo. In our thing now, Adibo. There's slogan she normally use. I would like to find that again and memorize that her slogan.
We can't blackmail IPOP into going into alliance with other group. It's even IPOP.
Nobody is begging IPOB for any alliance. I have not seen anybody saying, "Oh, come." He said you can't blackmail IPOB the alliance. People are running away from IPOB. We are talking about from an alliance. Personally, I don't have a say. I'm not the one dictating on how to form an alliance or not. I don't have a say. But I'm telling you, if I'm being asked to vote, if I'm to vote or to air my opinion, I will tell you I will not support any alliance with IPOB. With the DOS, not IPOB. With the DOS. Because the IPOB, all of us are IPOB. Whether you are anywhere you are supported, you are a member of IPOB. But the CDS is different thing. But out of her ignorance, the woman at her age who don't even know how Nigerian Biafran war was being fought, anything, and she's an Igbo woman, she don't know anything about it, not at all. Like I told you, she just realized that the Soka road lead to connect to northern Nigeria. Or if that she was going somewhere in Soka road, and she met 40,000 the Sam boss or highest boss, I think she said that, she just noticed that a woman of this at this age, Igbo Bibo, thank you so much, Igbo Bibo, that she normally says that Igbo Bibo. Any of this woman that will start with Igbo Bibo, oh, I think Igbo na, and Igbo na, you should get us of the way, that with criminals. Odoshi. Then the one that called you, whatever you call yourself here, we are no longer hearing from you. If you're never now call you on again, next thing I tell them that DS is wise. And a man. Anybody that is genuine DS by now are not with DS. You see, the question ever forget now. If it is in capital in an hour, or mortally, I'm not the number. I don't know, in an Macanene. Ina maka Ifajuna, ina maka all these criminals. Energy of a fire example. Each and a blood had been wiped off. A man had to tell him, those guys the gene is still there. Guys, do your DNA and you find out that your DNA will be reading 99.9% of Ifajuna. Let's listen.
I'm not a member of IPOB. And I have no intention to join.
She is not a member of IPOB, but she has no intention to join. So how do you now expect this person that don't have any intention to know the history of IPOB? How do you expect it to be possible? It's not going to be possible. Just listen.
I can stop him from it to add my opinion to her name. Otum shetin on otum shenyaka don't know bla otum de bo semramo etiri mi shimnyaka nota. Let Simon Nneka do the same than to for me equalemia not agent of the government because you know name the government may destroy us. So we are not going to be intimidated from saying the truth. I cannot be intimidated na gentle the again. Nandi nke pụtachikwa no kwọ ya afa and yet ndị otu ya pụtabe ha deny ya and na say dialogue go with you dialogue okay fe hu na gentle di ya na free to elegant to him so ya ha were ha pụtaje konde ọ dị ka mgbe ndị anyị pụtasị no kwa na emi ya na nye so ndị autopilot ngwa ha pụta disassociate onwe ha from this boys from ya wee na ha na alụrụ ha agha anyị kweteze n'ihe ọ na-eme ka anyị gbakwa nkịta ala Igbo anọ nwanyị lụbitere gị ajụ oyi ka anyị gbakwa nkịtị ka anyị were kpọọ we can blackmail IPOB into going into alliance with other group ichi ban IPOB gị ga register ha usoro register ekwela m seven I'm not a member of IPOB and I have no intention to join. I can stop him from it to add my opinion to her name. Otum shetin on otum shenyaka don't know bla otum de bo semramo etiri mi shimnyaka nota. Let Simon Nneka do the same than to for me equalemia not agent of the government because you know name the government may destroy us. So we are not going to be intimidated from saying the truth. I cannot be intimidated na gentle the again. Nandi nke pụtachikwa anụ kwụọ ya afa, and yet ndị otu ya pụtabeghị deny ya. And outside dialogue go with who? Dialogue go with your enemy.
Dialogue go with who? Who is even ready to accept?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? And remember, she's not even a member, according to how she's not intended to be a member, according to how, but she's here telling you who to dialogue with and who is not to dialogue with. For you to see the mindset.
Because on your not there.
Shut up your mouth. A criminal is a criminal. This is how they roll. Just like when Soludo was telling you who is IPOP don't even know these guys are very genuine. They don't mean anything evil. They are so calm and so understandable. We've told them that let them calm down. Everything will be all right. Then they will not go behind and tell the federal government, keep Mazamakano where he is. Don't allow him to come out. He don't deserve any freedom. Hold him firm. Hold him. He's this, he's that. They were going to hand a freedom more. In our now, so they be. Just a moment. I have to send this link to our brother first before. Just a moment, please. If you have not liked this video, you are not doing us any good, though. Okay, and we are about to go to the message that the rave video that she made, calling USB Dr. Abeze names and other things. We are about to go to that one. This one is just a preamble. After this, then my brother, just a moment, because I'm trying to log into my WhatsApp here on this PC so that you can join us as soon as possible. Now let's move to this one. Listen to her.
The autopilot and their Biafran Liberation Army. I have video gentle the Yahoo Nando Tigwe Botoso and the rest of them name. And don't ya to get in fact kita now corner the clearer by the day. My investigation MG Tiwembuna onye ọbụla kpụrụ IPOP aha n'ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo so ndị Igbo jide ekugbo ya ọma ihe na-eme. And I must commend IPOP and their DOS. I don't nke m bụ anaghị m eji ụjọ elu akpọkwara. Now these people are now IPOP today na-ekwutere okwu Christian genocide. Oh, ha ọrụ ha rụrụ arụ. Onye amụma adị ire na bịa. Ugbu a na-aka m bido cool down mewe investigation.
I swear that you need to also, I would advise you to start looking for the spelling of investigation. Go and do more research, find out, go and learn how to define research before you start claiming that you have done investigation, because you've done nothing. All you know how to do is just to commit crime. You're a crime committer. That's how you do it. That's what gives you joy. You started this video by claiming that the Nigerian people in Okwara, but you are swimming in Okwara. I'm being real. All this you are doing now is just, somebody close straight at corner street. One thing not for you straight. If you want another near, that's why you can sacrifice your conscience and sacrifice everything just to lie. Really? Hey God, can you just hear that? Can you just hear that? IPOP, not family Christian genocide. Even the news shock IPOB. When I say IPOB, I'm talking about DS. Okay, and whenever you hear her saying IPOB, she actually referring to DS. Okay, let us get it clear. When she mentioned IPOB, she was actually referring to, or she's referring to DOS, not IPOB. She don't even know the full meaning of the word IPOB. She don't know what that means. She don't even know the difference between autopilot and the federal government in exile and the USB government. She don't know all those things, because to her it doesn't matter. After all, the same people, but she don't know the journey so far. She don't. She don't care to know. Just like at her age, a woman of her age who don't even know what happened in 1967, the road, nothing as used invading Igbo land, and what happened. She don't know. She just grew up and feel that no way I can have no develop some features in her body. She can now hang out with men and dine and wine together and all that. Believe that we don't know can I focus Pinaepple hot haircut at her age. She told you that she's not a member of IPOB, but she's dictating to you who IPOB is going to form an alliance with or who is not going to form an alliance with. She have done her research according to her, and in this is her research. She find out that IPOB is the only one. The structure is superb. What do you know about structure to even know the good structure and bad structure? You don't know anything about structure. Your own is just to see what governor said, what senator said. If the cheap pancake, here look at Adam and the village. You be like here look at Adam or start to have the Obiarus. Ipota, they could give up like an apple. Equal 1 equal 2. Why you are here claiming what you don't know. DOS will be even disappointed. We thought that we paid her just to attack Biafran government in Nigeria, attack USB, attack these people. We did not tell her that we are the one that made, for Nigeria to be designated as a country of particular concern. Nafa was silent killer. Ask Ike, what does it take? When did that news even get to him very late? That Nigeria had been designated as a country of particular concern. Show me video of conference. Apart from carrying the Biafran flag in the streets of Europe, not even in America, marching and setting buffet, having get together and go to nearby hotel and hug each other and go back to their work. What have they done? DOS, I'm talking about, not IPOB. After the kidnap of mass they have done nothing. Nothing. You can see in the attack. Upon him attack, is that being reality? Being real. We saw Azayoba bragging and looking for, because what they do is have to slaughter people. Oh, show me, you give me your address. The same thing as Ayayog is doing now. Your address. Anybody fighting for freedom, don't bother about you how to spill people's blood. You get it now. They can only fight when it's needed. Not how to, oh, you insult me, therefore I want to close your eyes. Oh, how do you mention my now? These people can be brutal. But the thing is that, how long are you going to keep silent? Recruiting this eating pataka here is just an evidence that these guys are very far away from the truth. Upon all the people that they can recruit, upon a woman that don't even pay attention, don't even listen to storytellers, let alone going out on her own to do research or find out things. If you're beginning to see this one down and begin to give her history of what happened, can she even pay attention? Because she's always in a haste. Oyo does say so. Master Prophet called them highway. Highway get on a local one. The designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, that even local newspaper in Nigeria, they managed to get hold some keys, some things that link to that. Does Duman know a pastor called the Pastor Ezekiel? That famous pastor. I'm coming to you, my brother. Biafran TV. Well, you're welcome. Let me show you guys just a little bit something that when you hear people trying to buy, because the have been trying to claim responsibilities of that, and they have now realized that it is too huge for them to handle. They can't even comprehend, let alone defending themselves, claiming, on an attempt to claim what they did not do. You say that you are the one that made it possible. Whereas people of Yerewata, different people, different organizations have come out and, with a lot of evidence. You don't need to take my word. Go to Croc or go to Google, go to Wikipedia, ask. They will give you list of people that is involved. DOS is nowhere to be found. But this is why you see Pinaepple haircut is here claiming that she's the one, that DOS is the one that made it possible. How? DOS, all they do is to carry flag. Nothing more. Go and check list. Where is that? I'm looking for that video before I bring Biafran here to add his thunderous voice on this, because a lot is to be discussed. These guys are so irritating, to be honest with you. Each time I begin to think about people like this woman, I feel like throwing up. So we have a lot of work in our land, though. Where is this video? Pastor Ezekiel, the one that buried 500 people, once in a day. That pastor, many of you know him. Many of you know him. Okay. Just let me just flash this one before we move forward. Now, this one is the famous one. It's all about
show you a video interview that I conducted with a Catholic priest in Nigeria, where we discuss the current situation, which most people, presumably you as well, are unaware of, if you've been following the supposed media, both liberal and conservative. There we go with those words again. But before I do so, let me tell you how this all started, how I got to know this priest, and how this interview came about. About a month ago in August, I received an email from a Catholic charity group that was helping Christians in Nigeria. And it said, I have some very sad and distressing news, and I was hoping that you might be able to help. The news media is not covering this topic, and Catholics in Nigeria are not sure how to.
This is one of the people that contributed. Okay, here is Pastor Ezekiel.
If my government is denying genocide, what will they say about this?
So imagine this pastor adding his voice, spending time calling the international community, calling out what Christians are going through after everything. One will go on Europe, claim on how with this woman, she do know now this 21st century. You can do those in the manner era, not now. Now it's digital era. Digital era, people are seeing everything. In this digital time, people are seeing everything. People can get hold of videos, clips, posts to understand what happened. So in this digital world, in this digital era, you can't manipulate everything. Not everything. There are some things you can manipulate, not everything. Get it clear. You're welcome, you're welcome. Let me hear from you before we move forward.
Yes, Mazekai, good evening from here.
You're welcome.
I greet you in a special way. Thank you for all you are doing, or moreover, on this issue of this Nneka Chimezie, the low-court woman. Isi nwanyị gburu di ya na di akpụwa, isi eji amụ nwanyị enweghị di n'ala Igbo. Because whatever you see a woman who low court, isi ya isi eji amụ nwanyị di ha nwụrụ anwụ n'ala Igbo. And ụmụ nwanyị jaka wee gbuo di ha. Ya isi otu isi ha na-adị. Exactly. Asị na ndị a ụmụ nwanyị ndị ajaka wee tigbuo di ha. Isi eji amụ ha bụ isi low court. And ọbịa ọma ọfụ anya. And my father na-akpị ya mmadụ ịma ọfụ anya penti ọ na-acha pịọwa ifu mgbodo bịa ka ọ dị ya n'ihu agwa eji ụmụ nwaanyị gburu di ha. Enwe ofu ihe dị n'ime ihe anyị na-ekwu ka ọ dị ugbu a ịma na ọ na-agba gị na emeli investigeshon makwa ihe ime investigeshon. Enwere ihe maazị MP Paul na-echebe ka ọba na-echebe onye Paul kwuru ọ si woman na IPOB ahụ ịma DOS na enwere many function n'ime ya.
I'm watch look I play the eba.
No, I play, but I watched the video on my own.
I play the eba now.
So Ozia that's that guy is to the woman the very genuine. Ịma ọhụrụ here bụ despite na na-ekwu Biafra in ha na-depend structure IPOB ha ọ pụtara plan n'okwu ụfọdụ okwu n'okwu ebe ahụ. N'ihe pụtara ime ya na nwoke need decide in one side when na-ekwu ihe ị na-ekwu na ịghọta ihe ị na-ekwu ọfụma. That one just hold it there a little bit. I want to come in a way that maybe look somehow, but that is how I want to come in. How? This man is trying to label Simon Ebanjoko, label Mazi, label Okongozo Rabeze, and it is a high time we come out fully to address this issue once and for all. How everything started happening from the beginning to the end.
Just 1 minute. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. God bless you, sir. I really appreciate it. Right on.
Nneka, this is the history of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, to first arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And to describe IPOB, a terrorist group. and things that happened that leads to that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested for the first time by a Nigerian authority in October 15. In October 2015 was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu first ever arrested. Simon was not there. Ngozi Arabeze was not there. They don't even talk about Biafra then in 2015. Then the Nigerian media broadcast on October 18 that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested and put in prison. Then the same Nigerian media also proved it's actually taken in custody on October 14. They arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his first arrest in Nigeria. Where? In Lagos, Ikeja Hotel. That is where they arrested him. 2015. November. They arrested him direct on November 13. But news that he was arrested and put in custody on November 14. Then the same news also from Nigeria proved that this news was broke out openly on 18th of October, 2015. That it was first time Nigerian government have decided to arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Lagos State. There is no Simon Ekpa. There is no Ngozi Arabeze. There is no autopilot. Talk less of bridge. Talk less of USB we are declared. These 5 things I mentioned was not there when Nigeria arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when they arrested him, what do they charge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Terrorism. That is the outcome of all the charge that he's passing through to today, that he was being sentenced to life imprisonment. When all this is happening, nobody mentioned Simon Ekpa. Nobody mentioned, because activity of Simon Ekpa and Ngozi Arabeze is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being arrested in 2015 October 14. That exactly, goes out on October.
Spot on. Exactly.
So that brought out on the Nigerian media, prove it to people that he was arrested on 18 when the news broke out. But in-depth analysis of it is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested October 14, 2015. He was arrested in Lagos State, in Ikeja Hotel. As he arrived from the United Kingdom by the Department of State of Nigeria, DSS, arrested him. In this arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there is no, I repeat again, there is no Simon Ekpa as a name. There is no Ngozi Arabeze as a name. There is no autopilot as a name. There is no bridge as a name. There is no USB 5 structure that leads to where we are today. They are not there. Now, after arresting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they charge him treason, rebel, insecurity, and every other thing that charge him. There is no Simon activities. There is no gentle activities. I am not here to express gentle on their action, but I want this useless woman, because of the money they give you, and that is why you turn around to come and blow hot and cold and prove yourself that you are enemy of Biafran people. There is nothing like that. Now, let's narrate it down a little bit. The Nigerian government officially proscribed the indigenous people of IPOB in September 2017. IPOB was proscribed September 2017. Listen, the court declares September 20, 2017 in Federal High Court in Abuja that IPOB organization has been declared terrorist organization. In this declaration of the IPOB declaration from Nigerian government, there is no Ngozi Oraveze, there is no Simon Ekpa Njoko, and there is no bridge, there is no autopilot, there is no USB. Because this man wanted to paint everything as if in the beginning that Simon and USB was the reason IPOB being declared terrorist. Now, when Simon Ekpa emerged, in fact, let me leave Simon. I'm coming to that late. Let me not be in a hurry. Now, listen to this. In fact, I want to play it the way I normally do my program because I got this document. Let me play it then. Two of us can do the analysis on our own. Mazekai, can I?
Right on.
Okay. Let us start from the beginning of this history of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrest.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested for the first time by Nigerian authorities in October 2015. While news of the arrest was broken by the media on October 18, 2015, Kanu's legal team stated that he was actually taken into custody on October 14, 2015. Location: he was arrested at the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel in Ikeja, Lagos State, shortly after he arrived in Nigeria from the United Kingdom. Following the arrest, he was detained by the Department of State Services, DSS, and later moved to Abuja for arraignment. Would you like more details?
Let's hold it here. Now it is clear the first arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the month, the date, and the year, and those that was arrested him and where he was arrested. On this little short history, it has been well established. Now the question they need to ask this man is, in this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu first arrest, is this Simon Ekpa there? Is it Ngozi Oraveze? Do we have bridge? Do we have autopilot? Do we have USB? We are declared that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be arrested as the leader of autopilot, bridge, USB, Simon Ekpa, and Ngozi Oraveze. These five things, is it what leads to the arrest, Mazekai? What leads to the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Let us listen to why he was arrested. Let's play it on. In 2017.
The Nigerian government officially proscribed the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in September 2017. The process unfolded in two key legal steps. 1. The court declaration. September 20th, 2017. The Federal High Court in Abuja, presided over by Justice Abdul Kafarati, issued an order declaring IPOB a terrorist organization. This followed an ex parte application filed by the then Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. 2. The Official Gazette. Following the court order, the federal government published the prescription in the Federal Government of Nigeria Official Gazette, number 99, volume 104. This legalized the ban under the provisions of the Terrorism Prevention Act of 2011. Key context and developments. The Army's initial statement. Just days before the court order, around September 15, 2017, the Nigerian military had already declared IPOB a terrorist organization, following Operation Python Dance 2 in the southeast. However, this was initially criticized by legal experts and the National Assembly as being unconstitutional until the court formalized it on September 20th. Legal challenges. IPOB has challenged this prescription multiple times. While an Enugu State High Court ruled in October 2023 that the prescription was unconstitutional, the Abuja Court of Appeal later upheld the federal government's 2017 prescription in January 2025, affirming its status as a banned group. Since you followed the declaration of the United States of Biafra (USB) in 2024, would you like me to look into how these earlier prescriptions have affected the legal standing of the BRGIE today?
Do you get something from here?
Yeah.
Why did I bring this record out? I want this man to with envy, jealousness, greedy, and the stupidity that inside her life. It is well understand that in 2017, do we have Simon Ekpa and Joko?
Not at all.
In which year did Simon Ekpa fight in Germany on behalf of Ike?
I think that is 2018 or 17, like 2018.
2018. 2018.
Right? 2018.
Yeah. That Simon Ekpa fight for Ike Ekweremadu, Jerry region at Germany the IPOB a mayor attack. Do you know that it's only Simon is somebody that is officially attack IPOB for that particular act about Ike Ekweremadu? Except Simon. Tell me another person that you heard from him that said that this thing is wrong, and this evil woman who want to change and paint USB and Simon Ekpa as the friend of Ali. Now, when military declares IPOB organization terrorist through Operation Python and the second, Simon Ekpa, has he emerged that time?
No.
Ngozi Arabeze, USB government, had they come after it?
Not at all.
So tell me where this woman was getting all this life and force that IPOB organization was declared a terrorist group by Nigerian military September 15, 2017. Do you know that this IPOB of a name is problem that we all are facing through today? That is why I said that if you happen to be the leader of USB, I will abolish IPOB organization. It was meant to be abolished, because if USA suppress and somehow abolish 13 colonial of the America after they have made the declaration, what stops us from abolishing this name that bring bad luck, bring disgrace, bring killing to the Biafra land? This name is what destabilized Biafra land.
Let me just add something. The name IPOB is not the problem. I want us to understand something here. IPOB formed by Master can have a very good intention. But in every garden of 12, there must be a Judas. People started penetrating in, pretending to be what they are not, looking for a way to change the original structure, original plan of Mars in America. If Master can begin to tell us what the level of advice coming from people who claim to be a member, you will be shocked, because these people were busy pushing Master. Oh, forget about this association. We can do this way. You know, when you form a political party, this just to become from political party to pressure group. They never wanted to advance the cause. Reason why Master said I'm looking for 100 men is this part of it. People that gathered around him, they don't believe in anything that will bring the Biafran freedom. They just want to remain there, relevance, and just occupy space. As they are doing that, Master cannot realize that this is not exactly what I want. How can I now push them away without having issue with them, without being misunderstood? He started coming down, trying to look for filter the genuine ones away from the. That's why he said that, you know, that if you think that you're going to sabotage this thing, no matter what you do, that it's time to separate the chaff from the wheat. He keep on saying that. Master Mekano knew these people very, very, very well. Now, the problem we are facing is not that name IPOB. People, the only people that are trying to stain that name is Master Mekano's wife and people like her, because she is the one dragging Master Mekano back to this. Those that Master Mekano already know that they are actually, you know, these ones are actually grass. You know, they are not actually valuable. The way Master Mekano said that it's time to remove chaff from the wheat. So those ones are actually the wheat, the chaff. Master Mekano's wife, after nature separated this chaff from the wheat, Master Mekano's wife is the one bringing this chaff back to that name, bringing it back, because there's no way you can. Somebody will tell me that Master Mekano's wife is not aware of this woman. The way she talk goes in line with what Master Mekano's wife and people, those of them that did those chaff, actually what they believe in, which is IPOB is not bigger than Master Mekano. IPOB cannot do with that Master Mekano. Master Mekano have played his role Now it's now us to complete the role. You are completing something that you don't even know how to pilot. How you don't even understand the structure. Your mission and your agenda is totally different from what Mark actually wanted. Do you think her statement in Sokoto proved that she loved Mazen McCann? So that this idea of fighting for the IPOB is just dead on arrival because the IPOB don't need you to fight for them. DOS is the one struggling for you to for survival, and she don't even understand those that she's working for. She just want to say, okay, Mas Namarakan, okay, but even her herself, she don't trust and love Mas Namarakan whatsoever. You do understand what I'm saying? So what she's saying, I know this your lecture and everything is very, very okay. But do you think this one care? She don't care. She actually know what she's doing, and she's very lazy to find out the truth. She's a very lazy type. All she dwell on is gossip. Gossip. Just tell me, get a case you can go. I watch her without the analysis, without questioning. Okay, at her age, okay, do you know that I'm 2015? If this one is smart, like Paul Achebe said that she's a smart woman, which I disagree. If she's smart, she would have asked them. Okay, one name, okay, this someone by the Kumakia. Kedo go potan we ku Biafra okwu nwere ụwa. O go potan gịnị kunu gwara onye ndu. That message Mazen can send to PM, Gan broadcasting on the radio Biafra. Una mekwara na una bekwe Mazen can obey. If I have the question if I thought you actually means something good, you know, like I said earlier that the idea of unifying people, bringing people together is just like making mockery of yourself. How can you bring, after God have separated the wheat, the chaff from the wheat, you are now trying to bring unity again? Which unity are you talking about? To start going merry-go-round again? No. Don't make anybody enemy. Just focus on what you are doing. You said you have gone underground. All of you hold your digger. Keep on digging the ground. You know, if you want to come out, you come out with your digger. If you want to go back, you go again. It's up to you. That's your choice. You know, I hope you understand what I'm saying, my brother. Let's hear from you. Or should I continue playing the video?
No, let me summarize, because we want to send message to this woman for her to know where the problem starts from. No, na ha eme arapo isiaka. Eje isiaka, eje woro nke obra isiaka na agba oriom. One thing for me, I believe, you see that Nigerian government make it openly that they prescribe what IPOB organization. They make it very real that what they prescribe is what IPOB organization. We don't need to come and let the world know that we are the indigenous people of Biafra. That word for me, honestly, somebody like me, Kai, you know that you are not old taker of IPOB.
Not at all.
I am an old taker of IPOB.
Okay.
By Benjamin Madubu command in Old Anambra. Look at that name IPOB. That particular name IPOB becomes a problem because that is the name that was the tag terrorist. That was the name that was prescribed. On that particular name that was prescribed is the problem we are facing today in Nigeria. And under the name of IPOB is why they sentenced Mazen Nneka to life imprisonment. Because it's all the action been happened when Mazen Nneka was here with us under the name of IPOB is why he was sentenced to life imprisonment. Not because of the action of the autopilot, bridge, and USB. And the only thing that this slave these intellectuals, this inconsequential, this money misroad, the only that she knows is what the script they read, they give her on her phone that she's reading. But instead of her to ask herself, from the Operation Python down the second, that killing that moves autopilot in Nigeria through the military, through Operation Python dance, since then, have they stopped killing Biafrans since then till today? What of Abakari? The one they call Super Cup. Bulgaria used to destroy. That is what Nigeria called him, Abakari.
I know.
The one they used with what is the yes. So what of that? All the killings that this man did in Biafra land, when he was doing this killing, when he was ravaging Biafra land, Old Eastern region, Simon Ekpa, has it ever even come and think of his mind that he will lead the Biafra movement? The answer is no. By that time, Ngozi Orabeeze were even thinking of come and lead Biafran people at this age we are into. So how could this woman at this age, the only problem she has is Simon Ekpa and Ngozi Orabeeze? My message to you is this, that those you are defending, nobody declares Bridge terrorist organization. Nobody declares IPOB. Nobody declares autopilot terrorist organization. Nobody declares USB terrorist organization. But the IPOB you are fighting, for you to say that you are not genuine, that the IPOB of one Nigeria, that's one that Mazdan can register, that we as the people, as the indigenous people that want Biafra, we have moved away from that terrorist name and have a name of a country that nobody will tag terrorists in this world. I ask you again, Nneka, Chimezie, one is low court. I am asking you, in 2015, where are you? In 2017, where were you? In 2021, that Mazaka was kidnapped in Kenya, where were you since all this while? It's only now that our government has decided that we don't want anything force or anything military to create more conflict in Biafra land. That now the government of the USB, through our Deputy President Ngozi Orabeeze, has calmed the Biafran territory. That you come out to claim that it's your work that makes Ali Igbo to be fine. Igbo be Igbo. Which Igbo be Igbo? Which Igbo be Igbo? Nwanyi chagabranya, nwanyi chaganya. Manya na chi gwa gebo. Na nwanyi pukere di ya n'ụzọ, nwụtara di ya ọnwụ. If na duputere gị, ha nwa ga-edupukwe gị n'ikpeazụ. And mgbe ga-edupụ gị, ịma fil ga-eji wee kwuo okwu. Ma ọ bụrụ na ịbụ ha ụdị mmadụ nwaanyị ụsụ anọ na France ga-enwe ifere. And all that category ka ị na-fall into it right now. So my message to you, Owo, now you and your IPOB with DOS is what Nigeria government tag terrorists. You never ask yourself, how do they come back today to be the one that is working with Nigeria? That simply means that you supported in that movement of that Chike Doziem and China Somoru said that after this Mazen Nneka you claim you love was kidnapped, that they handed over ESN to Southeastern governors to be paying them money. Do you know that one day in Oso, that over 500 ESN was massacred, leveled in Omi one particular day? When Arthur was talking about how they dealt with ESN, Simon Ekpa, has he emerged? Go to Letua. Anompama. One yiru gbongboro. One imi ezi. Mgbanwa asụsụ ọkụba na-agwa gị mbọ ha gbara ihe ha gburu Imo steeti, ihe ha gburu n'Ọsụ. Simon ọpụtago den. Ọpụtago den. Is my question to you. In 2015, 2017, 2011, Ebekino, when IPOB was being tagged terrorist organization, where are you then? So today you have come because they have agreed to work with the oppressor. And the word said, when you are fighting for a new country and any group that are working for the oppressor, that they never want freedom of their people. Since Nneka was being kidnapped till today, can you tell us this achievement of IPOB? One thing, let me tell you one thing. If not for Simon Ekpa and by now, that's it. Igbo.
No, IPOB, no, of course, na ndị Fulani very be our land.
That is the area I'm going.
Please, all of you that was asking me, if you are sorry, my brother, I'm coming. If you are one of those that want to join our WhatsApp group or you want to join my WhatsApp channel, the 2 link is out on the comment. So just follow it if you don't mind. Continue.
So after Nneka was being kidnapped, is it this IPOB? Is it the ESN? They handed over to Southeast governors. They will stabilize the area. Or by Afro here now, where to a man no Simon Ekpa. Nangozo Rabeze. Simon Ekpa as the prime minister. As the chief of staff, if not for 2 of them. Nneka would be Igbo today. Because by now, Nneka wala gone. Ebi no ne dankasa. Ebi no ne jaguda. By now, ke kare no web to Igbo. The only you are angry, your business is that now Nneka use his lawyer to debunk all your lies. So for you to be relevant, the only option you have is to talk about Simon and Ngozi Arabezi. That is all of left for you. Because you cannot go ever to this Nneka after all the lies, after all the propaganda you dish outside there. My simple message to you is that before Simon was just of yesterday, 2022 to 2026, and before then, Operation Python Dance 1 has happened. Operation Python Dance 2 has happened. Super Cup of Nigeria government that they use with Ebubago is in action, killing. When you and your people handed Ikonso over to Hope of them to Nigeria military, Simon, has he come outside? When people died in a Ejiofor house and he claimed that his people, it's Nigeria government, who killed them? Is it Simon that leads to what killed all these men? The massacre of Biafrans in Oji River, is it by Simon Ekpa? The massacre of Biafra in O, is it Simon Ekpa and Joko? Now, so I am hitting an event where things has happened, and I'm asking you, if you know that Gentle and Butu decided to mess themselves up, is in the beginning, is because of this man under Simon Ekpa. That is why you can open this your gutter mouth, this your white bogus mouth to talk with Chimezie. So in a when I achieve the glory of Simon Ekpa as of the USB in question, he would have Kenya underground. Now when the leader was arrested, now Nigeria government could have killed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Highest 3 months or fellow. That is those you come out to come and defend. Because of all the Kimela arrive. I na shake wagon. I am one ebe municipal of Pubogo. And I am one umbeli Yozua. Na ine no kwabia. Na nya bogi ana query come on I know isi o we member na libo. Ureba no kubua. Protest ahijere na ekulobia. Ejire 2 times. The first day. So na Nigeria government na Mazi Kanu na be na ekulobia. Nigeria government egbuo mmadụ ise na ekulobia. Mroji webro na anyị changed that protest that day we je dora n'eze because of na one crisis already. You know onye ndu si na anyị ga-eji ya mgbe enwe crisis. Ka anyị ga-eji ya. Anyị jeze ma crisis biazie they will know what to do. In all these protests ya na-aga wee gbuo ndị mmadụ. Ihe ile nwụrụ oge Uche Mefo ya. Uche Mefo the prime protest. Na time of Uche Mefo ka Ega Sali Igbo take over much because of the activities of protest under IPOB. I want to tell you one message that, like I told you, you see the level of Tongozo Arabeze. Where her level is where the level of a woman that declares Brazil 1922. Her level is in that level of that woman that declares Israel 1948. Her level is where that woman that leads apartheid regime of South Africa 1963. Her level is where the woman who made the declaration of India in Germany 1907. That is where her level is. Her level is not your level. That is why I am pleading our DPM, please, man, do not talk about this woman. Allow this man for us to handle.
Exactly.
You are too good to come to the level of this one because what they do. Remember the of Mazi Kanu, our DPM. This one is for our DPM. That Mazi Kanu said that when they're trying to drag you to their level and you refuse to come, they will start running propaganda about you. They will start manufacturing lies about you. They want to drag you to come out at this stage that in a country of CPC of Nigeria, that you are number 2 that make it to happen. And no name, any other name from Southeast or Old Eastern region that was there except Dr. Ngozi Arabeze. And she is the second person. And working closely, bringing all the evidence to America so know what is happening in Nigeria. She also participated in banning all your governors, all your politicians' passport. She is also in number 3 of those that made it to happen. That is the glory I want to. Please, can you give us the name of that IPOB person who helped America to put Nigeria on a particular consign? Also, I want to ask you, you have now started endangering the name of those IPOB you are sponsored because when Nigeria heard from you that they are the one who helped America to put them on a particular consign, you don't know. So you think that Nigeria is happy to see that those that have accepted as their own was the one who is talking against them, who moved the movement that makes America to tag Nigeria a particular consign. Are you not an idiot?
Don't mind the woman. She know I get to the back for this woman. For this not video.
Yes, we shall come back on a full program, maybe by Sunday or Saturday or Tuesday night. We need to come fully with all the evidences and all the hatred, and to prove to her that no name of IPOB person is there. We need to do that.
Thank you so much.
So Biafra,
thank you.
You're going to hold it here. Thank you so much, Mazakai. You move.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you. I really appreciate it. God bless you for joining me. So, my people, I have to appreciate all of you for joining us this hour. We are going to come back again for this particular program. Like I said, our video needs to be played to the fullness. You understand? So, please make sure you like the video before you go as we continue, with the fundraising. Don't go anywhere. Keep your eyes on the channel. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.